Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are in the Exiled Lands, in map square K8, building a Herbalist shack. All of the mods used in this build are listed in the pinned comment below, so without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, we'll be starting off with, of course, the baseplate. This build, as I said, is a Herbalist shack, with the resident being a Naturalist and a Conservationist that studies the surrounding animals. Therefore, this build will be based on a very naturalistic resource palette, so there'll be no metals or anything like that. Instead, I'll be using stone brick fence foundations and ceilings to build the baseplate. I built a fairly small and simple baseplate for this shack, sectioning off the rooms with the fence foundations. Next, for the walls. Sticking with that rough natural theme, I chose to use flotsam. Whilst it may seem a tad out of place, the close proximity of this build to the nearby river, ocean and Buccaneer Bay helps to somewhat ground this material choice logically, though you could of course choose to use insulated wood, stable, ketan or another naturalistic material choice. I built the walls according to the floor plan I drew out with the fence foundations, and built the walls 2 tiles high on the ground floor. Next, for the first floor. I used flotsam ceilings on this floor to draw out a walkway and a small cubby space, along with a bedroom above what will later be the kitchen, and a walkway to access what will later be the tower. I also created a small roof above the back left room, a small balcony above the front porch, and then built the walls of this floor 1 tile high, aside from the tower in the back right. Next, I built some more roof structures over the top of the first floor. I used flotsam again for the roof, though thatch would also be a good choice for this build. I built the roofs up in a fairly simple way, following the flow of all the roof sections together, leaving a 2x2 section in the top right of the build to create an observation tower. This roof design is fairly atypical compared to my usual roofs. I usually like to keep everything flowing, however this build does indeed have a pretty hard 90-degree angle stop that then flows into a 2x2 roof above the bedroom made from corner roof pieces. However, due to the kind of cobbled together look of this build, I think that kinda suits it. Back to the tower, I then built a hatch frame and a ladder, fenced off the tower and used flotsam awnings to finish it off. I also covered the front porch with awnings, placed doors and fences around the build where necessary, and then built a small section on the mid-right side of the ground floor to add some extra depth. I didn't end up using this section for anything, though you could choose to turn it into a small storeroom for the kitchen if you so wished. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to, of course, furnish. Approaching the build, I've lit the structure with aquilonian lanterns, and decorated the outside with items that I think really suit the theme of this build. Entering the shack, this residence is the home of Tara Genuinus, a naturalist, conservationist, and a bit of a loner who has chosen to live deep in the forest to study, sample and learn how the strange animals in this area are born, how they live and ultimately how they die. She is so dedicated to her craft of conservationism that Tara does not eat meat, but instead chooses to live off of the plentiful selection of plants in the forest, whilst using the ones she doesn't eat to brew powerful and interesting potions. The ground floor of the shack includes a small dining room, a bathroom, a kitchen, and a storage section for various potions. On the first floor in the cubby space is a small workstation where Tara mixes her potions together. Alongside the workstation on this floor is a modest bedroom and access to the observation tower, where she spends many hours watching the nearby creatures. And there we have it, a herbalist shack in the Exiled Lands in map square K8. Thanks for watching. This is quite a specific character-based build, and there is indeed a reason for that. I've been building things on various games for years on years now, and sometimes I will admit I do build homes without thinking about who would actually live there. Well, this build has been purposely designed as the home of Tara, and I think pretty soon we're going to be taking a little bit of a deeper look at the character of Tara, something that should hopefully appeal to all you Conan roleplayers out there. As usual, this video is indeed sponsored by NordVPN. If you want to stay safe on the internet and ensure you can't be tracked by shady individuals, or whilst being able to access Netflix, BBC iPlayer, ITV, Hulu, HBO and more regardless of where you live, all whilst maintaining blazing fast internet speeds, NordVPN is the perfect choice for you. When you use my link or discount code, you can get 68% off a 2-year deal, which comes out to $3.71 a month, an absolute bargain price for such a great service that I use almost every day. The software is a small download and it's easy to use. One click and you're both connected and protected, and you have full access to the internet. Nord also has very strict policies on protecting your data, meaning you can browse in confidence. Visit nordvpn.org/eradyt or use code eradyt at checkout to claim this huge discount and get the best VPN service available on the internet, and also help me out a lot at the same time. As always, thanks to Nord for sponsoring the video. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know in the comments below if you have any build suggestions for future videos. As usual, absolutely anything is welcome. Don't forget to both follow me on Twitch and join the fun on our Discord through the links in the description. YouTube is currently my full-time source of income, so if you enjoy the content and would like to help support the channel so I can continue to put out the best content possible, do consider becoming a patron. The link to my Patreon is in the description, so if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to come and join us on Patreon. On that note, a thanks to our current patrons Sammy, Sodialot, Randar, Connor, Blue Ivy, Velma, Shannara, Torn, and Eagle Rose. If you're new here, feel free to check out the rest of the content on the channel. There are new Conan Exiles videos coming every Wednesday and Sunday, so if you like what you see, subscribe and ring the notification bell to be the first to see the next video, and to join us on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.